Oh, hey, I'm back again with history, this time with Korea. Yeah, okay. So before the Korean War, all of Korea was controlled by this red lefty. Okay. China supported North Korea and America took South. Oh, and 2.5 million people died. Spoilers, everyone. People died. The Japanese Empire collapsed at the end of World War II and Korea didn't have a native government, so it split itself. One side fought in Manchuria. If you don't know, you should go back to the Manchuria video. And the other, a nationalist movement. Why was Korea split in half, you ask? Soviet Union and America had selfish reasons and already controlled those parts around the 38 parallel. Seriously, if you didn't watch the Manchuria, you shouldn't be asking these questions.
The strangest border. The border between North and South Korea. Right now, I'm about to enter the South Korean side of the 4-kilometer wide security zone that straddles the entire length of the boundary. This zone is effectively a no-go area, policed by troops from the United Nations, marked out by miles of barbed wire fences, and defended with landmines. At the border itself, there are no fences or gates. Here, the border is simply marked by this block of concrete, just 4 inches high. Yet absolutely no one is allowed to step across. Guarding the border on the south side stand the soldiers of the South Korean Army. Immediately opposite, the men of the North Korean Army. The only place along the entire border that the two sides are in direct communication is on this spot, where a few huts literally straddle the border.
Strictly speaking, standing here, I'm in South Korean territory. But if I step beyond this table here, in theory, I'm inside North Korea. Although practically speaking, the mysterious country of North Korea lies beyond that guarded and locked door over there. So, how come such a bizarre situation exists here? Well, the fact is that North and South Korea are still officially at war, and have been for more than half a century. Before the Second World War, the entire Korean peninsula was under the control of Japan. But when Japan was defeated, the victors divided the country along this line of latitude here, the 38th parallel. The Soviet Union sponsored a communist regime up here in the north, under Kim Il-sung in his capital Pyongyang, and the Americans put Syngman Rhee, a fiercely right-wing nationalist, in control of South Korea in his capital, Seoul.
The Soviet Union didn't want the United Nations to create a government with free elections. Both sides didn't have the chemistry, so Harry Truman wanted the United States to take care of South Korea, and so both of their military doubled with 80,000. That's small right there. Kim Il-sung's forces were way bigger with 100,000 and made a base in Haeju. So the elections only happened in the south, and bam, Syngman Rhee is president for South Korea. Now the south is called Republic of Korea, and north is Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And Pyongyang was capital. I'm still calling them north and south. Soviet forces left North Korea and left well-trained soldiers with good weapons. America left a year later. Okay, here's some stuff. Okay, bye. Alright, then have tanks, air power, and artillery. South Korea resisted North Korea's attempts of communist activities and border raids.
Say no to peer pressure, kid.
So North Korea is mad and declared war. How could you, brother? To get all of Korea under the communist rule. South Korea couldn't take it anymore and lost Seoul, their capital, by June 28 and the south of Han River. They were prepared with their small army and got pushed to Busan, which is called the Busan Perimeter. Ring, the United Nations is calling North Korea to back off and be nice to their south side. But North Korea ignored the United Nations solution and continued to be a bully. Don't be a bully. The United Nations wanted to help South Korea, but that was also ignored because the Soviet Union was not attending the meetings too. Great, the Soviet Union is ignoring us. Okay, start sending in the troops. So they sent 16 nations.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Yakko Warner.
United States, Canada, Turkey, Australia, New Zealand, Greece, France,
Belgium, Colombia, Thailand, South Africa, Ethiopia, Luxembourg, and Netherlands, Philippines. And let's not include our own South Korea, United Kingdom's very last, and let's go back, see ya. Surprise! The United States was quicker than everyone else because Harry sent General MacArthur with forces in Japan to send supplies. They could also evacuate there too as well.
Well, we paired off America to Korea as a sort of buddy system, with the Koreans being told wherever he goes, you go. Where he does, you do too. It was pretty chaotic. Periodically, trucks would pull up and dump off equipment into a helter-skelter fashion. As best as they could, supply surges would sort through the jumble and try to determine what went where.
Communication was hard, and they used a buddy system. Nice. Hey, here's some facts I couldn't figure out where it went with the timeline. 8 weeks near Osan and Gum River, U.S. soldiers died on those grounds, and some fled because of weapons, and a few members were short. It's late July, and the U.S. is trying real hard to stay in position, and oh look, their reinforcements is soaking in like grape juice on a nice couch. That was a nice couch. North Korea continues to hurl furious but weak attacks at South Korea, but MacArthur has a plan. He wants to send troops behind the enemy lines to have two sides to fight North Korea. So he sent the 8th Army and the 1st Marine Division to sea in 1950 with aircrafts, naval guns, and supplies. Yeah, this thing. Big, right?
15 seconds standby.
Oh, camera, dude.
And it does that too. The sea waves are blowing back and forth. Anyway, it's hard to try landing on Incheon like how I'm trying to land on decent grades to satisfy my parents. But hey, they managed to fight the sea, break out the perimeter, and capture Seoul again.
25 separate assault waves had formed, but as they approached the shore, many of them were swept wildly off course by the strong currents. The assault on Blue Beach was in disarray. Landing craft at risk of capsizing, men in danger of drowning. Those who did make it through found the beach choked with smoke from the earlier naval bombardment.
The actual landing conditions were terrible. The city was on fire, and the rain was mixing with the smoke and fire of the bombardment, so it was very difficult finding the beach. Some units got mixed up, landing on the wrong beaches, and we just had to get it all sorted out.
Despite the problems, there was no serious opposition to stop the Allied advance.
Finally, Kim's army collapsed and everything is back at the parallel. MacArthur wanted to get communism out of all Korea, and everyone else agreed because why not? Yalu River was the border between North Korea and the Red Lefty. China wanted North Korea to accept their wrongs and be back with the border again, but America and South Korea just kept pushing near the river. Mao Zedong, his army, because no one trusts anyone at this point, and in his view, South Korea was aggressive and turned imperialistic to North. China got up from his chair and threw his handful of troops to save North Korea's state, but not take it. Copyright. Hi, spoilers again. 600,000 people killed and 716,000 wounded. The United Nations thought China wouldn't interfere if they entered North Korea, but whoops, China's secretly heading to rescue North Korea. The United Nations were shook to see a sea of Chinese troops come at them. That took a huge damage on US, and guess what? They stole Seoul again. You never learn, do you, America? Oh hey, they passed the border. You know what that means. Their supply line is short and United Nations is in control. Again, Harry is scared that China will take away lives like a reaper would and maybe create a nuclear war. MacBurger didn't like this and started announcing that they should continue the war with China. Nuclear weapons. No, no, said Truman and took him down and had this guy, Matthew Ridgway, who actually agreed to the idea in the first place. We'll miss you, Matthew Perry. You've been a great meme. Both of the sides finally realized that neither can hold the country whole. Soviet Union wanted a truce from them, and Matthew agreed with the negotiation. Not for long though. Later, the truce was broken. What did I tell you? And in mid-October, they were defeated again. Hey, can we talk about the truce again? Question mark. The meeting was held longer? Yeah, thanks, China. With some arguments here and there. It was signed in 27th of July, 1953. Where's the peace treaty? Even with the war over? Not really. Within those early months, 57,000 people were listed missing and more than 500,000 of homes were destroyed. Many citizens became refugees and traveled in cramped trains and ships to cross the border. Some of those refugees were from wealthy landholders scared of religious or political persecution. About 2 million children under 18 were homeless, and most families are still split at the other side with no chance to see each other again. The war made an impact on itself more than we thought. I mean, when I did research, it made me think how things could have changed. MacArthur's plan didn't work. Korea would be whole under the communist rule, or a nuclear war could have happened too. Having to be separated from your family can be devastating, especially when you can never see them again.